Already? Yeah. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Councillors, members of the public. Hope you're all well. Welcome to the Barn Green Room. It's 7:30 on the 6th of August, and we're here for the Planning Committee meeting. Okay. So if we expect the fire drill, the exits are as you came in, and just out the door down to the left is also another exit. Okay, thank you. Moving on to item 1 on the agenda is apologies. To receive any apologies of absence.
Councillor Jones.
Councillor Jones,
yeah.
Okay, thank you. Item 2 on the agenda is declarations of interest arising from this agenda. Members and officers are invited to declare any relevant interest. Notwithstanding this item, members are subsequently to declare an interest in any points during the meeting. Do we have any declarations of interest? Okay, item 3, minutes of the previous meeting. To receive and confirm the accuracy of the minutes of the Planning Committee held on the 16th of July. So everyone was here apart from Councillor Jones, who isn't anyway, so is everyone happy for me to sign? Okay, item 4. Planning Committee project report. To receive and review the project report from the committee clerk.
There's just been one update, which was a post was broken at Carpenter's Field when we did a site visit on the neighbourhood plan, and they've been updated and it's been added to the list of remedial works to be completed.
Super. Okay, item 5, public participation. The meeting will recess for not more than 15 minutes to allow any members of the public to address the meeting.
The Parish Council, via this committee, comments and makes recommendations on planning applications affecting the parish. Proceedings during the public session, which will only exceed 15 minutes in exceptional circumstances, must remain under the control of the chairman, to whom all questions and comments on applications or other planning matters must be addressed. All comments on planning applications should be made to the Head of Planning Management at Winchester City Council.
Members of the public, Paula, Wendy, would you like to address us on... Wendy, go ahead.
My name is Wendy Wright. Agenda item number 6 and 7 talks about planning applications decisions received, but unfortunately they're not on the website this time. So it's been difficult to have a look at those planning applications, the one that's coming up, before you come to the meeting tonight.
Okay, I believe we've been having...
Sorry, we've been having really bad internet issues in the office, and there's been a problem with the website as well. So it should be rectified. They should now be on there. So yeah, that should have been. They should have gone on there this afternoon.
It's just that it doesn't give you time to look at anything.
Yeah.
And that's what I like to do.
Yeah, we've had terrible troubles with the internet in the office. So apologies for that.
Okay, thank you. And that's it.
Thank you. Paula?
Thank you. Yes, Paula Langford-Smith. Can I ask if any of the applications that are before the committee this evening have received planning notifications from the Parish Council?
Not to my knowledge, they haven't. Lucy, have we handed any from the office? No. No, we haven't.
It wouldn't be the office that would do that. It's normally chair of
Oh,
committee
in which
that
case,
goes
no, I
and
haven't.
delivers
No, I haven't.
notifications.
No.
So no members of the public have received any notifications of these applications?
No.
Okay. Noted. Thank you.
Thank you. All done? Yeah. Okay, I'll close the public session. Thank you very much. Item 6 on the agenda is planning applications. To consider and make comment on the planning applications received from Winchester City Council and any other authority in respect of planning applications appertaining to the parish of Denmead, as set out in the list of planning applications to be considered. Okay, application 1, Mr John Harris, Enfield, Hamilton Road, Denmead, Waterlooville, replacement of existing timber frame outbuilding with new timber framed outbuilding. Okay, having had a chance to look at it, can I have council's view and opinions? For anyone that hasn't seen, it's this one here. So they're just moving. Yeah. Okay, what's everyone's thoughts?
Note it's slightly larger,
Mm-hmm.
and also that it's a lawful development plan application as opposed to a normal one. In which case we can only object if we have I think there's a lawful reason why they can't do it. Right, there we go.
That's all right, yeah, thank you.
Well, an opinion is it's hard to see any reason why we'd object
That's what I thought.
to a slightly larger building in more or less the same place as the back garden. Timber framed.
Is everyone out of this out? Yep. Councillor Brown?
It is probably a third bigger. It's not slightly larger, but it's we had an application for the neighbours, I think it was, a few meetings ago, and we didn't object to that one.
Yes, you can't really object to this one, really, can you?
Well, we could. That doesn't. We go on a case-by-case basis. But they've also gone through the fact of, in the planning application, of the fact of the amount of percentage of garden that is actually left, because that is a factor, because they have built patio and pathways around the house as well, so that is a factor that we need to look at. But if Councillor Andreoli's was a proposal, but we don't object, I would second it.
Good, happy with that. Can I have a show of hands then, please? Yeah, thank you. It's unanimous. Okay, application 2. It's Caroline North, which is tree 1 on sketch plan, blackthorn. The trunk of this tree splits into 4. One section is dead and another dying. Both are being recommended to remove crown filling on the remainder of the tree by 15%. Tree 2, blackthorn, crown filling of 25% to remove overhanging to neighbouring properties. And tree 3, blackthorn, crown filling again 25% to remove overhang to neighbouring properties. Councillor Brown?
As has already been said, we haven't notified any neighbours, and I presume that no photographs have been taken of the applications either.
No, I tried to go around there earlier. I couldn't. The only advantage I had was from Google Earth.
Okay.
But I couldn't get any myself from doing a site visit. Well, I could have done, but it wouldn't have been enough for us to.
I hope you won't do a site visit on your own.
No.
I would propose, seeing as we have no pictures and no understanding of it, that we, I propose that we leave it to the tree officer.
I was going to say the same, due to the fact that some of it's dead or dying, it could be diseased, so it would be an idea to get a professional opinion at the same time. So if that was a proposal, I'd like to second that. Yeah.
Just make a comment
Sure.
before we vote, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
That blackthorns don't normally get allowed to grow very big. It's more of a bush than a tree, but
A prickly one too.
Yeah, all down that area between two housing estates where bushes were left by developers and they were grown into trees that should never have been grown into trees. So yeah, I'm happy to vote now when I make the comment.
Sorry. Okay.
I'll just make another comment. Prior to the hedge being cut down in and Lane, there were some quite substantial blackthorn trees, and they do grow naturally as trees. So they're only hedges because a lot of people keep them in even as hedges.
I'll accept my ignorance.
So a proposer and a seconder. Can I have a show of hands all in favour? Yes. Okay, Lucy? Yeah. Okay, and the last application, number 3, Mr. Stephen Parker, Denmead Grange Care Home, Parklands Business Park, T1 and T2 oaks, reduce crown away from the building by up to 2 metres to give a clearance of 2 metres. Trees growing in close proximity to the buildings. We all know where the Grange is. We've all probably been there. That's where they are. So I went... Ian, go on. Councillor Brown. So I went up early and took some photographs, not alone. And I don't know if you can see that from there, if that's any help. I was going to circulate it, but yeah. So the pictures I took, it does show that the tree is in close proximity. Okay. But my concern would be the time of year if we were going to approve this, seeing that the trees look in very good health, they don't look diseased. That would be my only concern if we were to approve this. Yes, they are touching the building, which I can understand their concern. Ian, Councillor Brown?
This is yet another case where a building has been built too close to trees.
Mhm.
It's not the trees an issue, the trees were actually there first.
Yeah.
I would make the same proposal I made earlier, is that we leave it to Winchester's tree officer to make the decision.
Yeah.
We're not agriculturalists,
No.
and they will look at what's best for the tree.
Normally, I should imagine, will be the wilting season. If any work's going to be done to a healthy tree like that, I should imagine hopefully they will undertake rather than the peak of summer. And they look good. So,
I will second the proposal.
okay, we've got a first and a second. Can I have a show of hands, please? There we go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Well, just while we're on the subject, and we've had two true things there, discovered on Monday that Mr. Girdler, the long time serving head of the tree department, is no longer at Winchester.
Maybe not.
Sorry, say again.
Ivan Girdler, who has been the head tree officer in Winchester, I think since I've been on the council, is no longer there. We found that out on Monday after the incident in Anmore Road when we tried to tell him.
Okay. Thank you, Kevin.
Large branch fell off a tree, Castleberry, blocked Anmore Road. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Well, I included you in the email.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah. Anyway, Lucy reported it to the tree officer. That's when we discovered Mr. Goodwin was no longer at Winchester.
Right. Moving on. Item 7 on the agenda, decisions received. To note, there have been one decision received since the last meeting.
That's for Tora at Hambledon Road in Denmead, Waterlooville. The application was permitted.
Okay. Okay, on to item 8, new planning applications. To receive a note from the committee clerk, the number of applications received since the last agenda.
One.
Just one. Okay. Yeah, I received that one. Thank you. Item 9, land to the rear of the Chairmakers Arms, Forest Road. To review, discuss and determine if the planning committee would like to comment on the amended plans for the application. So yeah, we were talking about this briefly before you came in. I actually tried to look at the new amendments and I couldn't find any. Regardless to say, I think we've already made our decision, and I'd still be happy to stand by that, depending on what other councillors' opinions are. Is it Kevin?
Well, yes, I agree with you, Chair.
Nothing's changed.
Well, very little, if anything, has changed. But we objected to the application. The fact that they may have slightly changed the plans did not change our objection,
No.
as far as I'm concerned. So I think I suggest we note and leave it as it is.
Okay. Council happy with that? Yeah. Can we have a show of hands and just for agreement?
I'll second it.
Second it, yeah. Thank you. Item 10 on the agenda, Twin Oaks, Uplands Road, Denmead. To review and discuss and determine if the planning committee would like to withdraw their previous objection following the amendments to the application. Okay. So they are proposing. I'm writing. So as you sent out, dear Lucy, I'm writing to confirm that the applicant has now removed the proposed Juliet balcony, external access and garage from the scheme. Given these amendments, please can you confirm whether the council is now in a position to withdraw its objection to the application? Just a reminder, our comment last time was following the discussion of the planning application, Derby Parish Council raised an objection due to the change to the street scene this application will have. Furthermore, the application has instant information on the trees and hedgerows in the vicinity. So, have you all had a chance to have a look at the plans? If not, yeah. Councillor Angel.
Could you just read out the comment that you had from the applicant or the Twin Oaks in terms of what they mentioned Juliet balcony, I think, but I didn't hear anything about trees or hedges.
No.
Unless I misheard it.
If I remember, that was because the garage was going to be close to the hedge and trees when it was put in. So therefore, since they're no longer having the garage, it won't be affecting what have I got on? Oh, there we go. So about there would have been where the garage, the double garage was going to go, up near the hedge.
Yeah.
So without that there, I don't see how that would interfere with the tree line or the hedges.
I think that must have been, was that 2 meetings back when I didn't make it?
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't recognise the application was also.
So yeah, the double.
It was the meeting I was unwell for.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So sorry, Chair.
Yeah.
Review, discuss, determine. The original plan we rejected based on comments that you just read out, I think.
The street scene
Street
and
scene.
impact on the hedgerow and the trees.
Right. But their request to withdraw the previous objection didn't mention anything to do with trees or street scene, unless I misheard.
No. So, Ian, Councillor Brown.
I think what Councillor Clay is saying is that because they've withdrawn the application for the garage, that's where we were referencing the street scene and the trees and
That was the bit that was missing. Sorry, I didn't hear the withdrawal from garage bit as opposed to.
So they're getting rid of the garage.
I might
Yeah, that's all right.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Thank you for clarification, Councillor Brooks. Sorry.
So yeah, without the garage there, it will no longer be viewed from the street. So
Got it.
that's their argument that it won't impact the street scene, I suppose. Furthermore, they're getting rid of the Juliet balcony, which was this one here, if you haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're replacing it with just a window. So, what are our views on their amendments? Are we in a mind to withdraw our objection? I'm quite happy with the amendments they've made. The garage won't be there, which won't impact the street scene as you go around the corner. At the top there, the Juliet balcony has gone, is now window. And considering, if you look at the houses next door, it's not going to be much of a difference between the houses in that scene. So, I'm of a mind to withdraw, but I'd like to hear council's views.
As we already said earlier on, that's a resolution we made to object on those grounds. I don't know if we can. I presume because we're looking at a revised plan, we are making a new
Application.
comment.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I understand.
So should that come to council as a new application?
Well,
Yeah, go on, Kevin.
basically, Winchester would only send it, if they thought it was a major change, they would send it out as a modification for us to comment again. But they've obviously just said basically, bits of that you objected to have been removed. How do you feel now?
Right, okay.
So yes, it is a changed application. I have less of a problem of us rediscussing it.
So at this time, would it be more pertinent for us just to make a comment? Is that all we could possibly do at this time?
Well, the planning application has changed reasonably significantly, so I don't see in that instance that we can't say, can't make a change to the comment, though I wasn't involved in the comment in the first place, which is what I was trying to clarify. Just
I'll ask Ian in case you've got your answer. Councillor Brown.
It is the fact that the items we objected to have been removed. So I would go along with the theory that we can withdraw our objection to those items and therefore not object to the planning application.
Okay. Was that right, was it?
Can I just
Yeah,
assist?
go on.
You're not actually making a decision on the planning application, you are merely making comments, and
Yeah.
therefore you are at liberty to change your comments. It's not as if you're trying to reverse a resolution of council.
So pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that a proposal? Yeah. I'm happy to second that. Okay. Can we have a show of hands, please?
I'll abstain because I didn't take part in
No,
the
that's
discussion.
Okay. That's fine. Thank you.
It would be inappropriate to give no comment.
Okay, that was item 10. Item 11, correspondence received. To discuss and determine a response to the email received on the 9th of July 2025 regarding enforcement appeal hearing, plot 2, Pony Paddocks, Hipley Road, Hambledon. I've already let Lucy know that I have already done a draft email in this response. Would you like me just to send that straight to you or circulate it first?
It should be circulated.
Circulated?
It's our
Yeah.
decision as to what is responded.
Okay. So if council's happy, I'll circulate what I've already done, and if you'd like to comment or add or amend, that would be grateful. If council's happy for that. Yep, go. Quick show of hands. Oh, do we need? Shall we propose that first? Is that a proposal? If council's happy for me to do that,
I thought when we were discussing it, is to discuss and determine action.
Yeah.
okay.
I basically had a comment. I obviously haven't seen your draft response, but to my way of thinking, it was an unfortunate situation when there was no member of the council available to go. And that should be our response. I mean, other members of the other residents of the parish went and objected, and we also had a district councillor there. I think some of the correspondence was comments was unnecessary. And basically, I think what we really need to say is, sorry, there was nobody available.
Okay.
That's my opinion on the matter.
Councillor Brown.
Was it put round to full council as to whether anyone was able to attend?
Yes, we did. We circulated that, didn't we?
Yeah.
To full council.
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
it was, yeah.
No one could go.
The issue I have with it is we asked for that to go to committee. Oh, sorry, it's an enforcement appeal, which is a subject that is very important in this village, clearly by the email that's come out, and I think we should have attended. I'm as much that I couldn't go, but I worked full time. But I don't think we should just dismiss it in the fact that we say, there wasn't anyone to attend. I think we should give a proper answer. But I would like to see the draft that we have to come.
I'll circulate it out and then amend my comments, advise, and then we can forward that on to the resident. Okay. Is everyone happy with that? Yeah.
With it, it wouldn't be an email that's forwarded to the resident. I would say it should be a letter from the parish office that is sent, not just an email.
Cool. Okay.
Joe will do that.
Sorry.
Joe, it will come from Joe.
That'd be fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. Thank you for that.
And we need to vote.
Oh, sorry. If I can have, was that a proposal?
Proposal that we look at your
that's fine. Can I
content
have
of your email and then it's sent out via.
Councillor Ranger seconds. So I can have a show of hands in favour. Thank you. Okay. Yep. Okay. Item 12 on the agenda, correspondence received. To discuss and determine a response to the email received on the 9th of July regarding the planning appeal land at Elms, Tanners Lane, Denmead. So you've all received the email and had a chance to review. In particular, there's two questions that I think they're trying to have asked us. One of which is, have the residents been notified on the Denmead Facebook regarding the content? And also, can you confirm that the council will once again be making representation on behalf of Burton residents? This is in relation to the Carpenter's Field issue. What council's feeling on that? How would you like to respond? If not, I can. Councillor Andrew?
This is obviously they have appealed against the refusal of planning permission. All our comments and those of Winchester City Council who have already been sent, and you attended on behalf of the council that the committee. I don't think there's anything further we can add to our objection in terms of.
I was going to do a reply and just summarise that of what I said.
I mean, we rarely actually add anything to when somebody goes to appeal because it's we've already made our objections known. In this case, both by comment and at the planning committee in Winchester. Winchester agreed with us. And all comments on the application will be sent to the inspector. I'm not sure. I don't think there's anything further we can add. As to whether it's on been put up on Facebook in time for people to comment, I don't know. But I don't think there's anything more we need to say to the inspector. That's my opinion. Obviously,
that's what I was going to do, was summarise my when I went there that day. I was going to just summarise that as a response. As for the Facebook, I didn't know what to respond in terms of has the residents been notified on the Denmead Facebook page?
I don't think they have. No.
So just a simple. Okay. Councillor Brown?
One, it could be put out as part of our, obviously, social media. The date of the hearing is posted up on that. So
I refer them to that, yeah.
I hope we're not going to get in the same position that we were with the previous one, that no one's attending. Because it would be the second one that that no one's attending. So I feel that we should attend it.
Given, yeah.
Is it an inspection meeting or is it just from paperwork? I can't remember.
Let's see if I've got it. I don't have that one.
No, okay.
Basically, if it's send paperwork to the inspector, there is a meeting. If it's a meeting one, then yeah, we are in that position where somebody else will go along. But the majority majority of referred to inspectors are actually just inspector looks at the paperwork and possibly goes and has a look at the site.
Yeah.
But if it's not just a paperwork one, then there is an inspection meeting. Then somebody needs to go.
It doesn't always fall on the same day, doesn't it?
Well,
Because when I first did those in place with yourself, it was always on Thursday, but it is.
Sorry, those are the committee. This is the inspector.
Oh, sorry.
So if it's an inspector's meeting, the inspector can decide when he or she wants to have it.
Right.
Yeah, and so it's whenever they're free, because basically an appeal goes in to the inspectorate, and the inspector is selected, and it's then up to them as to how they deal with it and when. And it can be days or months after the actual inspection date that they actually give a decision. So, I can't remember offhand which type of inspection this is. So
Fine.
if it's not a meeting, there's nobody to need to go because there's nowhere to go. But so shut up now.
No, that's fine. So I'll make a proposal that I draft another response to this and circulate it for other councillors to comment, amend, review before we then send out. Do I have a second for that? Councillor Brown?
I would say the same thing again, that it comes as a letter, again from the office, and I'm happy to second it on that, as long as we find out all the other that we find out if it is an attendable meeting, because if it is, then we need to put that in the resolution as well.
Could you find that on it? Right. Okay, we have a first and a second proposal. Can I have a show of hands all in favour? Lovely, thank you. Thanks for your seat. Okay, item 13 on the agenda, social media, to discuss and determine action on what content could be added to the Parish Council social media channels. Councillor Brown?
Well, I would say the one we've just discussed is to be added, as we have already made a decision on it, so it can go on social media. We're not preempted or predetermination or anything like that. We've made a decision.
Okay,
So
I'm happy with that.
to inform people that it's happening.
We usually put our decisions from this evening up.
Sure, yeah, that's natural. Any others? No? Okay, I'm happy with that. Should we just have a quick show of hands, all those that agree? Yeah, thank you. Item 14, matters for the next agenda. To receive any matters for the next agenda. Councillor Brown?
I'd like it discussed at an item for the next meeting is our informing the parishioners that we serve of planning applications in the village, on each application as we used to do, and also that we work out to start showing plans again. I think it's we've been lucky so far, we've not had many that we have had any questions from members of the public or particularly questions from members of council. So when we will get an application, that there are questions raised in a meeting that we can't answer, because we're looking back at things. You don't come with something you pick it up in a meeting, so we are going to get caught out by a question potentially from a member of the public on an application, and we won't be able to answer it. And the meeting is the time when we make the decision to our representation to the Winchester City Council.
I'm happy to put that on the agenda for next time. Perhaps we can adopt what was done before. Chair, Vice Chair, perhaps can work together on bringing it up. But yeah, we can discuss that next time. Yeah, that's fine. Happy for that. Anything else?
Sorry,
yeah, sure.
It's just reminded me from social media is that we, although our application, our stuff goes out on social media, is to I don't know how many times it actually goes out, or if it just goes on and then it obviously drops down.
It does, yeah.
As whether we refresh it a couple of times during the week. I know it might be a bit of a pain, but at least it comes back at the top and people will see it again.
You could always pin it, perhaps.
Obviously, we
And
have
then
the issue
after
at
the time,
moment,
take it down.
that the community is on hold at the moment. It's not accepting anything at the moment. So
Yeah, you could pin it and then set a date and then remove the pin so it then begins to drop.
Mhm.
We can keep it at the top for a certain period of time, perhaps. Anything else to add? No? Okay, thank you for that. Yeah, that's and on to item 15, confidential report. Pass a resolution in accordance with the Public Bodies Act 1960 to exclude the public and press